Revelation 2143. From the 7th of November 1941. Stars. Spiritual and earthly substance. For the spiritual's higher development, the serving activity is decisive, and indeed, depending on the place of stay, a certain activity is also demanded of the being, and this again corresponds to the nature of the heavenly body, which has those beings as inhabitants. Earthly visible and tangible substance also necessitates activity, which again brings about something visible and tangible, and consequently the soul, the spiritual, must also be in an envelope which is tangible and visible. But the activity can also only consist of purely spiritual activity, that is, not be bound to a form or earthly creation, and yet still be a service in love through which the being attains perfection. Consequently, the maturing of these beings need not be made dependent on earthly creations, that is, material creations. On the contrary, the ascent development can proceed faster and easier in spiritual regions. However, the activity in spiritual surroundings is difficult to describe to people. It cannot be made comprehensible to them because the human being cannot imagine life without a physical external form, yet with God no thing is impossible, and thus He created things which appear unacceptable to the human intellect, which would have to be explained as non-existent according to human concepts, yet they are indispensable in the universe and thus cannot be denied either. And these are the celestial bodies that are visible to human beings as stars in the sky. These stars are endless distances apart, they are always a world apart. God's omnipotence, wisdom and love testify to every creation, but the human being cannot grasp the nature of the stars as long as he dwells on earth, for nothing is conceivable to him that does not consist of earthly substance. But the spiritual substance in the human being is also completely independent of earthly matter, and it leaves everything earthly tangible or visible behind on earth as soon as it enters the spiritual kingdom through the gate of eternity. And thus the soul's stay after the death of the body is not a creation out of earthly substance, but it is destined for the countless heavenly bodies which are visible to the human eye as luminous celestial bodies, but which in reality cannot be seen by the human eye because they are not earthly creations, but which were nevertheless created by God for the higher development of the still imperfect spiritual kingdom. Amen.